friends. Today, I'm taking on the challenge of figuring out the 9 things you should never receive from anyone, ever, according to the Buddhist wisdom. Can I make it through the list without breaking any rules? When we think about the Buddhist wisdom, we often think about the mindfulness, meditation, and inner peace. But today, I want to dive into the lesser known aspect of Buddhist teachings, that is, possessions and the act of borrowing. It's an interesting topic and one that can really make us reflect on our relationships and our values. Have you ever lent something to a friend only to never see it again? Or maybe you have borrowed something from someone only to feel guilty about returning it? We have all been there. And that's exactly why Buddhist wisdom steps in to offer some guidance on how to navigate these tricky situations. One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to borrowing or lending items is trust. Can we really trust the person we are lending to or borrowing from? Will they take care of the stuff, or will they lose it or break it? And what happens when we lend something to someone and they don't return it? It can lead to conflict and even damage our relationships. Another challenge is the emotional attachment we have to our belongings. When we lend something to someone, we might feel anxious or worried about getting it back. And when we borrow something, we might feel guilty or ashamed if we can't return it. That's because we are attached to our possessions and we don't want to let it go. But here's the thing, possession is an illusion. We don't really own anything. Everything is impermanent, and that's exactly what Buddhist wisdom teaches us. By letting go of our attachment to possessions, we can cultivate a sense of freedom and peace. So, what are the 9 items that we should never borrow or lend according to the Buddhist wisdom? Let's dive in. The first item is a good quality wallet. Think about it. Our wallet contains our identification, our money, and our credit cards. It's a very personal item. And when we lend it to someone, we are essentially giving them access to our financial information. That's why it's crucial to keep our wallet only to ourselves. The second item is jewelry. Again, jewelry is often a personal and emotional item holding a sentimental value. When we lend it to someone, we risk losing the emotional connection we have with it. Plus, it's easy to damage or lose jewelry, which can lead to conflict. The third item is family heirlooms. These items hold a deep emotional significance, and when we lend them to someone, we are essentially giving a piece of our family history. The fourth item is personal journey or the diary. This is a very intimate item, containing our deepest thoughts and feelings. When we lend it to someone, we are risking our own privacy and confidentiality. The fifth item is a formal wear or a special occasion dress. Think about it. These items are often worn on special occasions, and when we lend to someone, we risk ruining the memory associated with them. The sixth item is a musical instrument. Musical instruments are often a big investments, and when we lend them to someone, we risk damaging or losing them. The seventh item is a bedding or a towel. These items are personal and intimate, and when we lend them to someone, we risk exposing ourselves to germs and bacteria. The eighth item is a bicycle or a car. These items are often expensive, and when we lend them to someone, we risk damaging or losing them. The ninth and the final item is a book with notes or annotations. Think about it. When we lend a book with our notes and annotation, we are essentially giving our knowledge and our insight. Of all these items, the most critical one is perhaps the personal journey or a diary. This item embodies a core Buddhist principle of non-attachment because it represents our deepest thought and feeling. When we are attached to our possessions, we risk losing ourselves in the process. By letting go of our attachment to our diary, we can cultivate a sense of freedom, inner peace. So, there you have it, the 9 items we should never borrow or lend according to the Buddhist wisdom. Remember, it's not about depriving ourselves of relationship or experiences, it's about respecting others' belonging, and cultivating mindfulness in our interactions. What has been your experience with borrowing and lending item? Have you ever been in a conflict with someone over a borrowed item? Let me know in the comment box below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in next video.